So this is Jeff.
And this is still not David, but that guy Corey.
Is that guy Corey? Hello, that guy Corey.
Hey, Jeff. What are we doing today?
This pleasant piano music, which is a 25% chance of being composed by my favorite Japanese composer, Yasunori Mitsuda, which can mean only one thing, that it is a new Xenoblade Chronicles game. This is on the Switch. I don't know anything about this. I played probably about 40 hours of the first game and then hated the characters and stopped, and played all 90 hours of the second game. I could not tell you why I liked the second game, even though the main character is was a little plain in the second one. I thought the supporting cast was just really great. I quite enjoy Morag, and as a completely unrelated note, I also quite enjoy characters like Naoto Shirogane.
I'm sure it's coincidence.
Maybe there's coincidental in that case. I liked the character Nia, and completely unrelated, I liked the main elf lady from that the Netflix cartoon show. What was it? The dragon. So now that we're completely caught up, let's start a new game.
Mm-hmm. I will say I'm in kind of a similar bucket to you, although I didn't play the first Xenoblade Chronicles. I played a fair amount of the second one. Didn't actually get to finish it, just it was a little too meaty for me at the time.
But you did play some of the second one?
Oh, yeah. I played long enough to be able to make fun of the main character running around going, "Grumps, we gotta get out of here."
It's fair. That's fair. For those watching at home, I guess I haven't decided whether I'm not going to cut the audio from the intro cutscene or not. But it is a JRPG with lavish production, and there's going to be a lot of
move your
a lot of
feet.
cutscenes.
Hop, hop, run like you mean it. Slow down,
So
guys.
my thing every time there's a new
Is
Xeno
it
game
true,
of every type
gonna be fireworks.
is for me to wonder how much will
Saw them
this
setting up
remind me
yesterday.
in a good
There
way
were loads of them.
of
It'll be
one of
worth
my
it,
favorite
promise.
games, Xenogears. Each
Okay.
one has been a kind of consistent disappointment in that regard.
Okay, all right. I am not a Xenogears lad. I am a Xenosaga lad. That was my. I have the adamant opinion that Xenosaga 3's ending is the actual good ending to Mass Effect 3 that people were clamoring for at the time of its release.
So I can definitely get behind that. But it's just like the first disc of Xenogears. It came about when I was in my formative JRPG years. Final Fantasy VII had come out and made me think, man, I wish that they had done 6 again instead. Tactics had come out, and then here's just this other just like crazy JRPG with like all weird kinds of anime stuff, and including anime cutscenes, a first, and terrible voice acting.
Not
terrible,
a first, but
terrible
sure.
voice acting. Actually, it might have been a first for Square Enix. This is a PS1 game.
That's true. I guess I don't know when Square actually started putting voiced.
Well, I say voice acting.
games.
It was all in the anime cutscenes.
Okay.
There was no in-engine, in-game voice acting.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, and for anyone following along at home, I am specifically only referring to the first disc of Xenogears. Okay, all right. Let's not get crazy here.
I will say that so far the intro is quite evocative. I am liking what I'm seeing. The time stop, the happy-go-lucky kids, the no pawns in the background, the time stop, what I can only describe as weaponized torque from the Boss Lag series. Of books, if anyone is familiar with those. That's the first thing I thought of when I see these little orbs of annihilation appearing.
I appreciate that the game has not wasted our time with the whole, it's like, oh, it's the idyllic village setting, oh, it's great, and this is the unrequited girl next door love interest, and here's your father, he's so wholesome and clean, and it would be just terrible if anything happened to them.
You mean Xenoblade 1?
Now, to be fair, it is not just a Xenoblade thing.
That's true, but that was one of the things I remember most of just kind of being like, this is maybe even a little too cliche for me.
Yeah. I'm definitely at the point where it's like, look, if you're going to do the whole idyllic village destroyed thing, either one, do it immediately, or two, do it sort of like a Bravely Default and turn it into a half rebuilding sim while you're at it.
With the taken flames becoming your own in turn.
Yeah, for sure. I like the setup so far. Like I said, like I'm going in, I don't have any context about how this fits in with the other games either, because so far they've been very unconnected. It's one of those.
My understanding, that's the thing. Like they're like Final Fantasies. They have commonalities, but they have nothing actually involved with each other in common.
There's some like deepest lore of like, oh, the anime world changing ending from this game is a precursor to the environment of the second one, but then like the X side story was an alternate time. And it was like, yeah, you can do that kind of stuff for anything really. So I don't know if this is going to follow that line or not. If it's going to be more Xenoblade 1 with the sort of main thing being the war between the Bionis and Mechanis descendants, so like mechanical people, organic people, and then just kind of, alright, now kill each other forever. Or it's more of the Xenoblade 2 style where you have weird people and their stands from JoJo, basically, which are like thinking weapons that have ostentatious anime designs, and also everything is in the sky, so the sea is just a bunch of clouds. Not sure. I am not an expert in the lore.
Cruel irony that it should mean eternity.
Ditto.
Because slowly but surely, our world is now dying. Even though we have yet to realize that fact.
You know, I'm getting kind of a Gundam vibe. Well, which is like OG Gundam with its whole
so more of
child
the
soldier.
grounded Gundam style. Okay.
Well, the child soldier thing.
Yeah.
It's like I'm curious if one of these pretty young people will find themselves mysteriously inside of a giant robot and go on a tear.
Some sort of large frame in orbit that they might have to pilot.
Oh, look up gameplay.
I got something for you. Thanks. Have it. Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
The Xenoblade games, at least 1 and 2, I'm not really sure how X plays. It's a single player MMO. And also has extremely amazing music because it's, like I said, it's Yasunori Mitsuda, Chrono Trigger et al., and also the other Xeno games.
I'm sorry, I got distracted looking at the screen saying, remember to auto attack. It's not very auto if you have to remember to do it, now is it?
Well, to be fair, I think I can literally hit a button to make it automatically move as well. Let's see, browsing tips. Yes, you can go and review. I don't know. I did try to do auto attack canceling. I'm not sure if that's actually in this game or if it's just not here in the intro. But there is at least skill canceling part of the. Yep. Okay. Pull out sword.
Engaging combat mode.
So like in XB2, like the go-to thing would be to tap move after an attack to reset your attack animation, but I don't actually think that the auto attack is resetting the same way it does there.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't.
not sure.
Doesn't seem like it. At least not from my perspective. Ah, your numbers have gone up.
It does seem that no auto attacks happen if you're moving at any time at all. At least at the moment, it's not very active. Most of this is just happening. It's just be in the right position, do your thing, and then the rest will happen. Like I said, it's an MMO style, so let the tank and the healer do their work. Yeah, there we go. Got actual arts we can use. Yep, fills up on every time. Back attack, side break.
This
and
is
an
called
AoE.
recharging. Yes. Yes, it is, game. Oh, I think this is the first time that one of them has been angry at you.
Yeah. Tank, you're not. You got a tank. There we go. Tank break.
Did you just dodge that guy's attack, or is that just a coincidence?
It's a. There is a, as far as you can tell, accuracy stat. So that's what is controlling that. The actual auto attacks, I can't like move out of the way. Although I think that if I'm reading this correct, the buffs are actual, basically zones, rather than like direct casts. So it's just really just positioning, as far as I can tell.
These colony Sigma mothers.
They're tough. And here I
I
thought
guess
our colony
Spark is
power
our
rank.
future anime curse word in this.
Or mutter, perhaps. Happy to feel. Got a large lad in the distance there. Yeah, the size of the, let's say, like the sort of crystallized or fossilized, like behemoth from the intro that was giving me lots of Xenoblade 1 shades.
No, we gotta fight back. Time to draw weapons.
Not sure how this is gonna go. We'll see.
We got the initiative. Nice one, Wamba. Have it.
Wonder how I can, how close I can get on that to. I want to know how far to the side do I have to be to actually be on the side, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I have Dragoon Brain at the moment.
Yeah, like I was about to ask, is it FF style where you've essentially got like the 4 quadrants, and as long as you're just within that slice of the pie, you're okay?
A little too early to tell. We'll attack up. I assume that I'm getting an attack up by standing here. Not really sure, actually.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I'm not seeing anything on your HUD that's like a buff icon when you get in there. Oh,
Yeah,
no, wait, scratch that. I saw something on theirs, but not
Okay.
yours.
It might entirely be the case that it just hasn't tutorialized it yet. It's just kind of keeping it out, which I am a fan of because Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is.
Uni, how are things with kites?
It's like going into an in-game raid for an MMO you've never seen before and watching someone's PC
Looks like they're busy
hotkeys.
guarding the artillery.
That's how the
They're
game
not
kind of
going
looks
anywhere.
after like a few hours, and you're like,
Right now it's
I
us.
don't know what's going on. I need help. What is all this UI?
Yeah, and it very much doesn't get better when after, what was it, like 20, 30 hours or so, it's like, okay, now here's how the whole aerial knockdown and then side attack sort of system plays out, and what all those different
It's like-
combos that you could have been doing this entire time, but we locked it off, dork.
Do art combos, combo those into driver combos, level 3 driver combos to put elemental orbs, stack the elemental orbs until your boost gauge is done, then do the combo boost, break the elemental orbs to keep the combo chain going, like quickenings in Final Fantasy 12, and eventually you could one-hit KO every boss in the game.
That's what's hitting us.
So
now we know.
it was kind of fun when it worked, but it was very confusing to figure out.
Yeah, I'm remembering why I stopped playing it now. Or at least partially.
Show 'em your
Talent
talent.
arts! Activate pressing A once circular gauge is full. Charge by performing actions, roll actions, okay. I am an attacker. Okay, got my DPS. Like I
Well, you
said,
have
I've got
roll
Dragoon
actions.
Brain on.
What about roll actions? I mean, them
That's-
iframes.
That's true. I don't know. I haven't seen danger puddles on the ground yet, so we'll see what happens. But you can meet the requirements of the arts, give the bonus position time. Okay, so play your job correctly, boost, and then daze up. Attack up, dazed up. I don't know if there is a gauge for the stats or if it is random and then based on equipment like it was in 2. Because we'll find out. Also, dazed, I don't think that was a stats effect, but there was like a golden circle of stats effects that you would try to get enemies into in the second game, which was like break, topple, launch, slam, something like that.
Yeah.
With progressively shorter windows to capitalize on, but progressively higher damage bonus. It is one of 1,000 systems that were in place. Canceling attacks, yes. So they're at least being upfront that you can cancel the skills, which is nice. Perhaps the auto attacks. So you can cancel auto attacks into arts, but maybe you can't cancel them into other auto attacks, which that's fine.
Makes sense. Probably considered a bug for a long time internally.
Great.
Oh, he's broken immediately. Up and toppled. Up and dazed. Up. He's just having a terrible time.
Let's see if I can get this daze up. Well, I guess he's already dazed. I don't have it charged up yet. Getting into position here. Let's see, I think I want to do side break first. And then combo it. Those. One of these, one of those, and then one more of these. Okay. I like seeing big numbers. I ain't beyond that.
I think we all like big
I
numbers.
don't know exactly what the flashing star countdown is meaning, but okay.
Okay, there is a buff icon for the attack.
Oh
up.
yeah, okay. Attack. Let me
But
hang out over here.
okay, yeah, now you're
Okay,
getting
yeah,
it.
I see it. It's on my character for sure. I wonder if it. A little daze on that. I wonder if that. Was that positioning wrong? It seemed like that ability would have
Did it
done
hit
more
harder?
damage. Yeah. Still trying to figure that one out. I wonder if the buff ran out because I moved forward for that side attack. I moved out of the circle before the attack went through. I don't know.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
My inclination is to think that the circle is the only place that the buff exists. It's like, I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be your magic caster support person, so anyone with ranged attacks is going to want to stand next to her.
Yeah, and the we can check out the sort of menu as soon as we're accessible again, but it did seem it was a gun healer, and I'm a fan of a gun healer, you know.
I do like playing Sage. Oh no, the joints! Why didn't we actually connect them? Well, I guess he's dead.
Continue running forward, although in this case I don't think running to the side would help much.
Victory! Victory is ours! We won! We won!
This was Xenoblade 2, and we had a fiery redhead here. We'd call that a Pyrrhic victory. So,
Head. Disapproval.
Pyrrha. So, Okay, I'm gonna recede into the shadows for a bit. Okay.
Good. Good.
Just take the opportunity to just double check that okay, everything's still recording. All the lights are still red. The ones that are supposed to be red, anyways.
Well, you won the fight. The fight over the completely devastated, desolate field with the red stuff in the air. Congratulations.
Also, these ladies with tiny wings on their head is reminiscent of something.
Yeah. I mean, it's reminiscent of a lot of the same thing.
Sure.
The real question is, are the head things a signifier of a quirky trait, or are they supposed to be like an actual different species?
Yeah, maybe it's Star Trek anime Star Trek
As
rules.
soldiers,
Like tiny wings
as
means completely
weapons for
different.
slaying Agnians. Yes.
It's definitely child
all
soldier
of
stuff
us
going on
live
here.
Only
Mm-hmm. Like I said, getting Gundam vibes.
to fight.
Specifically, Gundam Seed,
Stupid.
which
Noah!
I think I might literally be the only person to ever bring up Gundam Seed.
Certainly in this exact moment, because I was never a Gundam lad, so
Look, it's you
Yeah,
they're
I mean, it's fair. They can be fairly impregnable.
Just take
But
out
the
their
thing that
attackers
sets Seed
and
apart,
we're
it
golden.
was
They're gonna
more
get
overt with
handed
its
to
child
them.
soldiers. Most of the young cast were explicitly child soldiers instead of
You're as
just,
slippery
oh
as
no,
Noah
my home is attacked
sometimes."
and now I have to fight because fighting is my only option and shonen stuff, blah blah blah. So no, these were children deliberately recruited to fight in the giant robot wars because they were the best pilots.
yeah, my main point of contact for child soldiers and deep trauma with large mechas is, Evangelion, which I feel like is probably a pretty common touch point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Evangelion's basically Gundam only with a crappy father figure.
Didn't account for Kite. I snuffed this up.
See, now I can't tell what's supposed to be future speak and what is just Welsh.
That's true. It depends on whether or not there's like 3 or 4 extra consonants in there that were unpronounced.
You okay? Uni.
Cheers for that. You're a lifesaver, Yoren.
Sparking deadweight.
Okay, yep, alright. Spark is
Yeah.
our substitute F-bomb.
Change of
It
plan.
appears to be the case. I like that lad was a little on the chunky side. I feel like that might mean that he just dies on the side or becomes comic relief, but I'll hold out hope.
Just draw their
Yeah,
attention.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah, he gives off big dead character
It's that
motivation
lame
energy.
duck.
You're in, but he's bottom of the class. Why bother?
Thing is, the brat's still a decent healer. Get it?
Ah, right. So we're playing by the book here.
Pisses me off. But the fight will be good as one.
Yeah!
I like that just randomly there's a Monster Hunter character in here.
Also, a little bit like the Aura leader from the plains. What's her name? Sabu?
Yeah.
Sadwu? Okay.
Uni! Take out Kai!
I'm liking the design on Staff Gun.
And they're behind cover.
Noah, can we flank him?
I'd say so far the designs have been fairly muted, especially considering the sort of classic ostentatious main character, side character designs from the last one. I mean, there's still
not in
time.
their usual
These are still
formation.
just the kids,
Wait, what?
uniforms, soldiers, but still.
We're snuffed.
There was
Kai's
totally a
decoy,
great sword
so
from
they're
Monster
really
Hunter in
after
there. Yep.
Quick thinking, Lance. Lance? Tough guy, but you can't hold out forever.
Quick, activate your tank and bowl. Prepare benediction.
Lands! You stay put. They want to take you out the running. Yeah, but don't you leave that snuffing spot. Why
It's
would
like
you?
nerve damage. That's probably not great.
Yeah. Like, this is a very bad training exercise because
this is
disabling the soldiers.
All that I am is yours. Now you can carry on.
You should have done that much sooner.
Get off me! Had to go and play the hero, didn't he?
You really think you could have taken them? I think Yorin did the right thing. If he hadn't used his powers back there, you'd have been first out of the running.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
but
Yoren's
still.
playing his class.
Didn't have to go get himself killed for it.
Come on, he was trying to protect you. He lured in Garvel's gang, gave us a chance to turn it around.
And then you messed it up, I take it.
You know who wasn't up to it? We weren't.
Yeah, but just stop it!
No more arguing. It's my fault.
Can't heal
I
stupid.
should have just done a better job. Then we'd have won.
Hey,
So much for getting to the final, huh? Sorry.
Yeah, he's
Let
giving
us
off
down on your
big
big
dead
day.
character motivation energy.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah.
So
Alternatively,
sorry.
secret final boss / final boss's final pawn energy.
what big day?
Mm-hmm.
The birthday.
What?
Whose? Yours, dummy.
I'm not
It's your second
Cade.
term, right? Remember? A win would have been a nice surprise. Lance was pretty fired up too, weren't ya?
Cut it out!
Hey,
What?
you'll apologize, right?
Might do, might not.
We each have a lifespan of 10 years. We call them terms. Life begins with our first term and ends at the close of our 10th. And over the course of
Wow,
those 10
sucks to
years,
suck.
we
That
fight
does suck.
continually. Though in reality, there aren't that many who can hold their flame for the whole 10 years. Most lose their lives on the battlefield before they reach year 10. But those
So,
who
I
do
want to tell a story
survive
about
to the end
child soldiers, but I want to make it even more terrible.
are honored in a
What can I
special
do for
sense.
that wasn't already done in Final Fantasy Type
Call
0?
it the homecoming.
Yeah,
Morning,
this is
Yoren.
all pretty
Hey, Noah.
familiar.
Morning.
That's okay. It's a good
Morning.
premise.
Lance.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that I was just noticing they all, or at least most of them, seem to have that like
Quick, we're
red-ish
gonna miss the homecoming.
tattoo. I'm wondering if that is like a role insignia.
First one they've ever had here, right?
The guy's got it on his chin, but I think someone
Yeah,
else had it on like
isn't it
their
awesome?
shoulder. Wonder if they all have that or not. Anyways, you're saying.
Oh, I was just going to say that since we have seen a boy with the wing head thing, we can safely assume that it is a species or subhuman category.
Yeah, I have a kind of think that all of the, considering that they only live for 10 years, I think, assuming that there are regular humans, which I'm assuming are in some sort of privileged spot in some sort of walled city somewhere, I imagine. Assuming there are regular humans, and these are probably all weird demi-human vat clone things. Not sure. Not to say they aren't people. 'Cause demi-humans are people too.
Whoa! Even the
Although
queens
now all
come
I can
out.
think of is
So that's Her Majesty,
the
huh?
episode of Star Trek original series where
I've never seen
they
her
had basically the two sides of the war that essentially had people walking into suicide booths to simulate a war. I'm wondering if these people have done something similar, only they decided it's like, simulating a real war, yeah, that's troublesome. Let's just clone soldiers and have them fight on ruined battlefields forever.
So cool! I heard the stories, but this is just wild.
Oh man, this is
That's gonna be me someday.
I
Just you try and stop me.
this is
You
a
guys
whole
too.
lot. There's a whole
You're
lot going
totally
on
making
here
it with
that
me.
Of
I
course.
am angry about, but interested to see
And you
more.
know her, right?
Oh. Oh.
This is. I'm so glad that
Yeah,
our friend has
you bet.
killed themselves before us. All glory to the Empire.
Now I'm wondering
Our lives
if the
came from
mark
Queen.
is kind of like a
We
reverse
lived for a
LaCie
chance to
brand.
take part in the homecoming,
Because
Yeah, maybe.
like our guys theirs are more filled up.
to return to the Queen's
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, it might
embrace,
be that kind of
carrying
situation.
out 10 years of service fighting. That was our whole world. Nobody ever thought to question it. Until that day.
Okay, yeah, it's got like 5 points. There's like 2 filled in. Let's zoom around the other side here. Yeah, like the left and middle. Okay, and that guy's just got the center one.
I think that's supposed to be our guy.
Yeah. So I wonder if that means.
Oh, he's performing the
Another
sending
5.
on the battlefield.
Okay. There's a lot of JRPGs coalescing here.
Oh, he
think
really
that
is
might literally
performing
be
the
the
sending.
case. Well, I mean, they did say in the intro that like literally the essence of life is what they harvest from each other to survive on. So I think that that might literally be the case. Look at that Nopon. Look at that Nopon's hairdo.
just being there.
He's just being there. And now, to be fair, maybe it's a hat. Could be a hat. We don't know. It's inconclusive.
Do you have to?
Huh?
You shouldn't be sending those guys off like that.
What? Why not?
Why are you like this, Noah? It's
Why are you
Agnes,
like this?
our enemy.
Well, yeah. They don't have an officer, though, to send them.
Yeah, they all bit the dust thanks to us.
So what?
Look, there's no rule not to.
Then what, you
Just
just
look at
gonna
those cold,
keep going?
dead eyes.
I don't get you, Noah.
I know we're putting our lives on the line, but still.
Yeah, we get it already. Friend or foe, someone has to lay them to rest. For that is my role as an Offseer. Right?
Is my voice that deep?
Shot at you.
No,
Wasn't trying to be
not,
anyone
Shut at you.
specific.
not even a little close.
Right. I've had about enough of all this depressing crap. Let's head back and hit the showers. I'm all gunked up with blood and sweat.
Bye, transport. Guess we missed it again.
Oh, bollocks! Oh, Noah always does this. How many times is it we've had to walk home now?
Can we talk about the Nopon in the room here?
Yeah. Can we talk about how he hasn't said anything? Although now I'm wondering if character death energy person turned into the Nopon.
Unsure about the life cycle of a healer in this extremely depressing war economy. This sort of landscape overview gives me the implication that possibly there'll be gameplay. Everblight.
Yeah, most likely the... Oh, yep, here we go. The
Places give you yep. Find the zone, get the XP. Sure. Secret areas, naturally.
Now, have they solved the problem
Last
of giant level 50 plus monsters being in the level 1 area?
I guarantee you that I'm gonna look left and a level 85 like bunny is gonna just be waiting there, ready to auto attack me into oblivion. But we'll see. You never know. Let's see, bigger map with R1. Let's see, Z, L, and Y for navigation assistance. Device over the shortest route may sometimes take you past tough enemies. Well, okay.
All right,
This is
well,
the best season.
there we go.
Try various routes for best effect. Fair
Let's
enough.
head back to Colony 9.
This. Okay, we even got a cool little. I do like the. Yeah. I like a good. What's that? What is that called?
Pulse?
Oh, actually. Yeah, like a shader effect or whatever. A pulse shader effect. Okay, so this is changing the camera. Okay, camera position. I was wondering why.
Are you in photo mode?
Changing. This actually, there is a photo mode. I think if we do, yeah, it's like if you do L1 R1, it removes UI and takes a photo. Which is weird that it doesn't let you change the angle. But anyways, wonder if I can actually save it here.
It's good to
I do like that. Not save points. Okay, I kind of expected that you'd just be able to save anywhere on the overworld, but good to confirm.
Indeed.
Tips. I just have to hold on. Just let me make sure that these are not showing up. Okay, there we go. Not showing
Game
up
developers who may be listening, have a mark all as red. Anytime you're going to notify me there's a new thing.
anymore. For sure. Got Noah, Swordfighter, Medic Gunner.
All right, she's my favorite.
Heavy
I
Guard.
can heal, but
I
also can gun.
I do like this guy's like puffy coat. We got Wamba, Sharpshooter. Yeah, okay.
Well, he can gun, but can he heal?
Yeah, it's a good question. Rising the last hero class? Probably not. I'm assuming not.
Nope.
I think that's all I have access to.
They all have a healing power stat, which I will say I appreciate more than them doing the thing where it's like, well, you have intelligence and you have wisdom. One of them affects magic damage, the other one affects magic heals. Try and figure out which is which.
What about magic defense? No, that's spirit.
Spirit should
Unless
never
it's
be a stat.
vitality. Unless it's vitality. Sometimes.
Yeah. Not to be confused with endurance when it shows up.
Okay, got a good. How's my air control though? Okay, got some decent air control. Let's see, which way is it?
Okay,
wanting me to
in a
go? It
brief
wants me to go that
surprise.
way. And I ain't going that way, though.
His jump actually does remind me a lot of the Xenogears jump, in that it looks terrible and hard to control.
It feels pretty good. It feels pretty easy to control.
Also, I would have to go back and look at the game again, but I'm pretty sure he's doing the same sort of jump animation that Faye did whenever he jumped.
Yeah, I am being prevented from, well, Lance
This ain't
is,
the way.
yeah, being prevented from doing some exploration at the moment. That's okay. I have a feeling that I could probably call it pretty close here. I did want to see a little bit of the actual open world gameplay here. See if I can go get killed by a level 85 something or other. I do see shinies. I'm gonna have to. Yep. This is a Xenoblade game for sure.
Yeah, here we go.
Yep.
Sorry I made you wait.
It goes zoop, and then you hear it go clink, clink. Those are the sounds I want to hear. Do I have a dash? Let's see, R1.
Well, there it is.
Sorry, there's that guy. Yeah. Kolnikos Rappel. It also has the same kind of weird pseudo-scientific animal naming conventions or whatever from the previous game. Yeah, that thing, if I walk near it, it'll just auto-attack on, I will just die instantly. I suppose we could simulate that.
I just want to go to the developers and ask them, why is this here? Justify this decision to me. I mean, a lot of times, it's not even worth coming back to kill it when you're strong enough to kill it, because it has nothing.
When's the battle happening?
Make this quick.
Okay. Yeah, starting with the backstab seems pretty useful. But yeah, that depends entirely on what the get that attack up. Whether it be equivalent of a
You guys are just
like
too
monster
strong.
hunting side quest is in the game. So I just assume that that's what'll actually end up happening. Be like, oh, I need you to go hunt the level 45. What's it from that first area? All right, sure. That is something to keep in mind, especially if you're, I guess, maybe not used to the Xenoblade Chronicles style. It was something that I did not like at all for the first 10 hours or so of the first game. The single-player MMO-ness of it. It's so heavily a numbers game that there is an action element to it for sure, but it's a numbers game. Like you can hit above your weight, maybe maybe 5 levels, maybe 10 levels if you're like especially good at the game.
Let's give him the usual, Noah.
But after that, it's just like no damage.
Yeah.
And instant kills.
Like, the combat is decided before you even take the first swing.
I do like that you seem to start with your abilities. I think that was something that was relegated to a stat or like a accessory slot, I think.
Here we go, guys.
Let's try a sneak attack. Get that topple. Not really sure how. I mean, ground beat says it's an AoE. Not really sure if that's useful for me. I'm just kind of hitting it because why not? You got to run the cooldowns, you know.
And I think that it's mostly just there so that you can, well, additional damage and also to help charge your Super Daisy attack as well.
Colony Sigma were fighting frantically for their lives, just like us.
It looks like our child soldier might be having some sort of existential crisis. I wonder how long until the military-industrial complex is trying to have him killed for having those thoughts.
Yeah. Well, if their pacing is, if it remains the same as it was when it was Idyllic Village to War never changes. Probably by the time you make it back to base, if you even make it back to base.
That is fair. Like I'd be Temporary effect healing. Green. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Doable back attack.
She has one of the most frustrating things as a white mage in Final Fantasy XIV. You put down your giant circle of heal, only to watch everyone treat it like a danger puddle.
Okay, there's a Venn diagram here that I want to be in some of.
Nope.
Okay.
You had 3 for a second.
Yeah, I was kind of ignoring the tank, I guess, tank circle. Not really sure. I think that was just indicating where he was standing, but
I don't know. I briefly saw 3 buffs on your bar. Pretty sure one was the attack, one was orange, and the other one was a shield. So
I wonder if maybe just standing near the tank does get you a defense buff. I guess it's worth checking out.
Yeah. I would be a big fan of that kind of thing.
It's good to keep a record.
Okay, let's do another. Keep rolling those save files.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Dang, I feel like that's like a good first chunk. I mean, the most of it was cutscenes, and I was kind of expecting that would be the case.
Yeah.
But having like no. He's a guest in the court. I can see him. What? Hello?
Wait a minute. We got a Kingdom Hearts situation going on here.
What? Where is he? Okay, well, maybe that's a mystery left as an exercise to the viewer, I suppose. I'm really impressed with the intro so far. I'm looking forward to playing an irresponsible amount of this in the near future here.
Yeah, I gotta find out what that guy's story is and what happened to Healer Mick Deathface.
For our Vista, I think this is our Vista, this little battlefield, and I might go out just dying to those extremely overleveled enemies.
Sounds good to me.
If you enjoy what we do here, feel free to do the YouTube things like commenting, subscribing, and so forth. You can also support us on Patreon monthly. That helps us create these videos more regularly for y'all. It's really the easiest way to support us. Now I collected so many little gubbins that I feel like I have to save again. It would be irresponsible, really, if I didn't, because I would never be able to get those pieces of wood again.
Yes, irreplaceable. Irreplaceable.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Child soldiers never change. Because they die.
Keep your heads or lose them.
You're missing
Honestly,
a lot.
I did miss a lot. That went about as well as I thought it would.
Oh, that's a fast reload. I like it.